Receivers, there were a lot of questions about the receivers going into the year. Do you think that's been more than answered at this point?
Questions as far as
Just how deep you were, how talented you were. Do you feel like that's all been? I'm talking outside. People are talking. Say, is there enough talent there, receiver? Do you think that's all been kind of washed away?
no doubt, yeah. I think as a team we knew what we had. I mean, I didn't really know that there was any, talk or whatever going on about it. But I think they've done their part to the fullest. Obviously, we say room to improve. There's still points that were left off on the board last week, even though everything looked good, the stats looked good. I threw for like 300 yards, whatever it was, it could have been 500. So it's like we always got to strive for that. You can never settle because that's just going to make us going better into the next week.
Seems like you've progressed from game 1 to game 4. What would you attribute that to?
Right, just coaching, just Coach Lane just being on me. I mean, it's the style of the offense too. Really just letting it flourish. I mean, week 1 we had a good outing. I mean, we started off really hot and then we kind of slowed down. So it's really just being able to find those parts where we got to grind through and really just keep the chains moving. I think that's been our biggest thing. And then I think we've gotten better in the red zone as well. Because week 2, you see, we struggled in the red zone. We put a lot of time and effort into that. I think it's gotten better, and we're just getting everything turning, and hopefully going to turn over.
You guys showed a lot of RPO stuff last week. How comfortable are you in that? And I think Coach Lomé said it was kind of the right time to unveil that. What do you think that was?
Right. I mean, just the defense that they were playing, it was kind of set up for that. Yeah, I mean, I'm very comfortable with that. I've done it a lot in my past, and kind of across college football, it's kind of everyone kind of does it in some way, shape, or form now. So it was good. It unveiled well for us then.
You're going up against a team Saturday with a great reputation defensively. Does that excite you? Does it make you look forward to that, or dread it? How are you feeling about playing Wisconsin?
I'm so excited. I mean, for many reasons. I've never been there. I've only heard about it. I heard it's an awesome venue, the whole jump around deal.
Right.
And yeah, defensively they're known to be very strong. I'm looking forward to it. I want to go up against a challenge. You don't want anything to be like. I mean, yeah, you like it to be a cakewalk because it's gonna be. You like to win, but at the same time, you like to have a challenge. I just like that passion and aggression in the football game. That's the game of football to me, and I look forward to it.
Is that kind of the game that kind of game what you kind of signed up for when you came here?
Right.
This kind of Big Ten
That's
football.
That's like Big Ten football in my eyes. That's what Big Ten football is.
How does the combination of Pat specifically and Isaiah, just their skill sets, how do they complement each other and maybe affect your ability to find both of them?
Right. I mean, Pat has surprised me some of the most just with how after his catch and run kind of deals. Because Isaiah, everybody knows, Isaiah can do that, but to see Pat do that has been awesome. I think they complement each other very well, especially with Brian as well. I think we've all mentally been on the same page, which is the biggest thing because, as receivers are kind of, I don't want to say prima donnas, but they're all like, oh, I want the ball, rightfully so. They're ball players, but I think that they've been unselfish, and I think they know when their time is coming. I think that just attributes to the offense and how many people can get the ball in that situation. So I think that they've done a really good job. Obviously, room for improvement. I'm looking forward to this week.
When you first got here, was that a cognizant thing? Okay, I want to get on the same page with them because you just met them, obviously. I want to get on the same page. How did you go about doing that?
Right, it took a lot of time, honestly, just throughout spring ball, all summer, throughout just throwing around, just getting on the same page and really just going out and field playing football. That's the biggest thing. You don't want to think too much because then mentally you'll be stuck in these lanes versus. I think that's what we quarterback and receiver. I think we do a good job of that. It's if we said, hey, dude, just go play football. Don't think too much about it. We'll be on the same page with that. We'll talk about it after, see what happens, and then move from there.
In the second half against Chattanooga, there were a few hiccups. Didn't really get rolling as much as you did in the first half. What would you attribute that to? And have you guys cleaned those things up during practice?
Yeah, we've cleaned things up. It was just those were on me. It was just not being on the same page with certain reason decisions that were going on, but we got it cleaned up.
Coach has said that Isaiah Adams can be kind of his words for a prick on game day. Have you noticed that?
Love it.
What stands out about his mentality game day?
Just aggressive, just nonstop. I love that as a quarterback. He's standing behind us. He's kind of giggling, but to see him when he's just finishing dudes, talking, I like that trash talk. It's all part of the game. Obviously, there's times to lock in, but I feed off of it. I talk as well, but he's a man out there.
I've heard people say about you, that's Tommy being Tommy. What does that mean to you? And what's Tommy being Tommy mean to you?
I don't know. Just being myself. I mean, just trying to stay myself throughout the highs and the lows. Never too high, never too low, always in the middle. Just being myself out there, just keeping my personality and everything out there.
Has it always been you as a football player, or was there a time where maybe you were different that way in terms of personality when you're playing?
I think when I was younger, yeah, my freshman, sophomore year, I think I was a little more very focused, just on the game and everything else, really just focused on my specific position, my job and what exactly I needed to do. And now I'm very comfortable with the game now, and obviously still locked in, but at the same time, like, I'm more relaxed back there, confident, you know, that whole deal.
You having fun? I mean, it's
yeah.
still like, okay.
Oh, no doubt. If I did not have fun, I would not be playing.
Just do a minute or two left with Tommy before we switch these over.
Who comes to the games for you? Family members? Do people come?
Yeah. My parents come to the games. They're coming to this game as well. They've been excited after I committed. This was kind of the one that they had circled. My brother's actually coming to this game. Kind of lined up that he had a bye week at school, so he's going to make the trip, and looking forward to it. I heard a lot about the cheese curds out there too.
What, you like cheese curds or not?
I mean, I haven't had cheese curds in Wisconsin, so we'll see.
I figure they're going to be good, right?
Tell me about the play calling. It seems like Coach Lenny sets things up well. He set up the deep balls. He's that kind of stuff. And are you liking what he's sending in? And do you think that you guys are setting up the defense pretty well?
No doubt. Yeah, I think that just throughout the practice, I get a feel for it. So when there's certain points of certain parts of the field where we are in certain situations, I kind of have an idea. Like when I see the formation, I kind of have an idea what play is coming just based off of what we practiced that week. So I'm kind of trying to get in his mind as much as I can throughout the week and just learning what he likes to call, when he likes to call certain things. And yeah, I think he's done an awesome job. He's put us in awesome positions in the past few weeks, and hopefully continues to do so. I know he will.
Sounds like you and Barry have cultivated a pretty strong relationship. How do you feel like you guys did that in such a quick time to build that trust?
Right. I mean, like we came in at the same time, so we were kind of we're both very new to the program, and to obviously he's been with Coach B in the past, but just being in this situation together. And I think the biggest thing for me personally was that he's played the position before, so for him to be able to, it's not just like any coach who's never been in the pocket before kind of telling you how to read it versus someone who's been in the fire before with live bullets flying past him and doing this whole thing, especially in SEC level like he did it at. I think that just helps, and my respect for him goes through the roof, and that only adds on top of it, so I think that's why I get along so well.